Aravindan, who is revealed to be the killer Benjamin, needs to lead this investigation in order to cover his tracks. But instead of doing this smartly like you would expect from a thriller film, Aravindan relies heavily on plot conveniences. First, Ranjit conveniently misses this obvious obstacle in the middle of this bright road, and then he conveniently goes into a coma instead of getting minor injuries or possibly dying. Keep in mind there is no way to plan a car accident to perfectly result in a coma. Aravindan is then assigned to this case because conveniently there are no other qualified officers who could have handled this. A shirt color is not enough to identify a stranger in a restaurant, and when phone numbers between the guy and girl usually be exchanged before the first meeting, who reads the menu this way other than for Aravindan to conveniently hide his face? Sanjana falls in love with a random stranger just by looking at his face. This scene just feels so forced and unnecessary. This acting. Don't worry, you deserve better than her anyways. Aravindan finds a surgical plate from an ankle surgery in one of the victims, and conveniently there are only 7 individuals based on the age range who have received this surgical plate. In reality, ankle surgical plates are very common and are used to treat fractures. There is no way that there will only be 7 shortlisted individuals on the list. 6 twins joined the school and this was heavily covered in the press. What was so amazing about this that the press was so interested, and the school actually became famous after this? I am now genuinely curious to read the articles that the press wrote. So Shanti's husband uses this as a business strategy and gives this 2-for-1 offer for twins. Okay, fine. But twins are actually relatively rare in India compared to global averages. So were there really that many twins in that area for Shanti and her husband to profit from this strategy? Because I'm sure many families with twins will not be able to relocate and move closer to the school just for this special offer. And yes, I know that other than this 2-for-1 offer, the movie doesn't actually say that only twins are allowed to be enrolled in this school. But then we see in this scene that everyone walking here are twins. Oh, twin siblings don't know who was born a few minutes earlier? How emotional. Ranjit and Manohar find out Aravindan's plan and rush to prison. When they get there, we can see that there is one officer and one random prisoner on the floor, and Aravindan is sitting like a boss while drowning his final victim. Isn't prison a place where fights are expected to break out? What kind of prison only has one officer on duty? And all these prisoners are just standing there watching this happen. Why are they enjoying the free show instead of trying to stop Aravindan? He only drowned a few seconds ago. The officers can still save him with CPR and immediate medical attention, but they choose to help Aravindan fulfill his revenge. And then they allow Aravindan to deliver this monologue instead of immediately arresting him for murder. Honestly, I wanted to also include this scene as a mistake because there is no way Aravindan could have brought these drugs into prison after the security checks and all. But given that this is a zero security prison, I'm not surprised anymore.